Okay, hey, this is Sam again. I actually had to take off the above light. It's flickering really badly. So I'll show you what's going on. Well, what's not dead. Anyway, yeah. So this is my Phalaenopsis Philadelphia red apple. And I would say it's quite firmly in this pot. It's way too big of a pot for it, so I've been putting that little thing to keep it up of the the rim. Otherwise I think it would be way too deep. So so this is the newest leaf. I don't know if it's still going to grow. Okay, this was quite funny. I don't know how I do it. I think I have actually broke some other thing which I had for my sister. So basically this is for my sister. I haven't cleaned off these stains yet. And it's growing quite awkwardly. So I actually had to, how do you say, yeah, it's sort of like mounted on there, and I have stabilized it with those sticks and all. And while I was actually giving it water, I don't know what happened. It was completely okay. I didn't like cut it or anything, so there must be some sort of like problem with this one. But yeah, as you can see, there is new growth and some roots. So this is Cattleya lutemaniana. Yeah. So that's for my sister when she comes here, and she's going to get this. So yeah. That's one of the rescues. I actually need to change the pot or the media now. As you can see, it's full of algae, and I think it's not good for those new roots. It's still growing. It's really vigorous. It likes to grow new growth, so it's like really nice. Okay, I have to say that this is not the only philodendron which I've almost killed. I'm not sure what to do with it anymore. There isn't just bark. There is actually also what was it? Coco coir? Yes, that's the one. So this is the it still is the imperial green. I don't know what's going wrong. The imperial red is looking similar, so I really have to figure out the philodendrons before I buy anything expensive if I want to. So moving on next to this one. So this is still growing, and the new eye has pushed off. And this is the new one from Sweater, and it's Cattleya pavringiana red. That was just a second. Okay, back. So that was this tag, and then I'm going to move over to my Phalaenopsis Philadelphia. It's got this new leaf. It's pushing out new roots. I think there was some roots in the pots as well. Yeah, it's doing quite well. And I never remember how this cross goes. So it's Georgiana crossed with Schilleriana. I actually bought this Georgiana because the yellow form, I ordered it from the, I'm going to put that later on. So I ordered it from the Sweater, but because you remember there was this really cold spell, everything was like, and it was left at the deposit during the Easter holidays. So it was in that cold place, or similar to cold in there. So I guess that was the reason why they got the infection, and I lost there was two Phalaenopsis. I don't remember the names. Kaiulani, that was the other one. Yeah. So this one it's one of those water things. Judging by the cross which I have from this dense spectacular, or still don't know how to speak. So I guess this is going to like be really upset for a while and just stay like this for until it got itself figured out and it's going to be better. Anyway, that's my Stanhopea genesiana. I need to check the pronunciation. It's now sitting in a bowl of water. There's a little bit of water underneath because it's like really wrinkly. So I might have to actually see if I would try the semi-hydro or something similar, because it's like I'm not sure if the moss is going to be good with this amount of water which it needs. Those little things, they are the osmocote for orchids, so don't mind those. I might actually move those because they're too close to the new growth. I was sure that this was going to grow only that direction. I was wrong. Yeah, I need to move it again. So, next one, this is my Hoya Kerry. It's actually growing and growing. And as you can see from it's still growing. It's difficult to see because I don't have the light, but it's flickering anyway, so you wouldn't see anything. So I would have to actually take a look at it without, like on the table or something. So when it's not that gloomy day. And this is my Tigriana, and it's growing new growth there. It's disengaging those older bulbs. It's now a bit wrinkly. It didn't used to be like this when it was in my paludarium, so I guess I might try actually that semi-hydro with some like something which is like, always forgetting names. Hold on a sec. Leca or something like similar. I need to take a look. And then there's this one again, sweater. I'm going to try to throw everything out of the pot. It's BC Gyro Kiku, as you can see. It likes to grow, so there might be some sort of problem sometimes with this when it's combination of oh gosh, well, anyway, that wasn't the name, but this was the first one which grew when I got it. That's the second one which was, oh, you can't see that. Sorry. Okay, it's there. It's like pushing these roots, so yeah, it's doing fantastic. Don't know, it's really difficult. Yeah, as you can see, there's another new growth. So I'm expecting it after 1 year to look really fantastic, and I'm hoping to actually get it to bloom. This is drying out way too fast, so it's drying out again. It's still growing, thankfully. I need to actually water it ASAP. There's my philodendron I think it's scandens or something similar. Or there's quite a few of them. Yeah, scandens was the name. There's my Rinca Stylus gigantea, red spots. Cannot see any roots, but it's still growing and it does look like it's drinking water. Underneath there is my Trio Star, still doing fine, just living its life. Cannot take that one because there's the water still on the bottoms. I don't want to get it on my floor. So this shelving, I'm not able to actually show you now because it's I'll try to, but I don't think you can actually see that much. So I might not actually have to do this one by one on my table when there's light. So I'll wait for some sunny day. So I'm going to show you this above, but it's like that light is actually it's really keeping this warm. So all the warm growing orchids are there and they're enjoying their life. I had to move some of them because the light was a bit too high. So I'm going to continue them afterwards. But then let's get lower. So these are the ones who I don't want to keep in higher light. As you can see, there is something which looks like root. The new leaves, they are small, yes, but they look like nice. And funny part is, it's trying to grow upwards. I assume it's because of the light, but yeah, that's it. There's that new leaf coming out, and then paphiopedilum philippensis crossed with Wilhelmina. So I'm not quite sure what's wrong with it, why there is that sort of like odd color inside there. It's, yeah, if anybody knows why it looks like that, just a second, because it doesn't look like it would be infected to me. If it could focus. Okay, so it looks like that. It's just going brown inside of there, and that it's doing like that. So I'm expecting that it has some sort of like disease or something, which is shame. I already paid this, so I might actually lose this poor thing. So let's see. I don't have any like fungicide or anything like that to fix that. So if it's going to die, it's just going to die. So I'm going to lose. I do have one other paphiopedilum. I'm just really upset because well, not really. I do know that with the plants it's like this. Sometimes you cannot do anything and it just dies. It's quite normal. So here it is. I need to post this into our groups, ask from others what's wrong with my path and can I actually do anything about it. If I cannot, I just let it be. Now I cannot touch anything with this hand because I don't know if it's like contagious. Yeah, but here it is because there is no like huge air movement and the light is not that bright. There is my other path, Nivium. It's doing nothing, but I have heard paths are really slow, so I'm not concerned. Let it sulk. That was from Karke at our show. This is the no ID yellow path, which is growing like crazy. It loves its life, and the leaf is actually bigger. It's narrow, but it's also bigger, so the longer. So I'm not sure why it is that. Maybe because of the light. But if it's because of the light, if it would want to have more light, it would actually need to have broader leaf, I guess. Well, anyway, might have been that I had it in good light before. That path, it's still looking like that, but yeah, it's path, it's slow. And this one is doing nothing, just hanging around. As long as it's green, I'll let it be there. All my dodgy plants are here. That one just got extra life. I was so close to throw it out because of these markings which it has in its leaves, It's paphiopedilum violacea blue, yeah. So I think it hasn't grown any like roots or anything, but because it started the new leaf this summer, so I thought that, okay, I'll let it just grow and let's see if it's going to grow out of it. These are actually some small no ID Dendrobium Phalaenopsis types, which I was almost throwing out, but there was actually somewhere, yeah, there. As you can see, there's new growth. Yeah, I know, it's really looking really horrible. It's some sort of like Finnish bark and moss thing, so it looks like it's almost like dead on there, but it's like really fibery, so it's breathing, so don't worry about it. It's, well, anyway, I'm going to change the once the growth gets a bit bigger, I'm going to change the media, something like similar like this. And this is growing new growth too. I was so close to throw it off. I don't remember which one was which, but I think the other one was like some sort of maroon, dark violet, purpley color blooms. It was something like that. And the other one was banana chocolate. So these were back bulbs, which my son wanted to have and to keep them, and because they need a warmer environment than my son has, so I kept them here. So, oh yeah, and there's my dying oh yeah, oh yeah, Crimson Queen. So this is again my tree star. There's still those funny old leaves, and there is my, what's it called, ZZ plant, and silver pothos, although it's not pothos, it's Scindapsus, yes, that's the one. And then there was this, it's actually blooming, as you can see again. Yeah, but yeah, that was it. Just a quick look at my plants and how they are doing, because it's really dull weekend and I cannot go and actually put the flower beds or the borders. I have this funny mat which has this summer blooming flowers, which are for the moths and butterflies and some bees, so it's like designed for that. And it because it's just this sort of like covering mat, it prevents everything else coming out beneath it, so they are really like thriving on it. So I'm going to just peel the lawn at some portion and put that, well, carpet mat, whatever you want to say it, outside. So yeah, that was the plan, but it failed because of the weather. Bye bye.